name is Piero and I'm with Fiona. We are social distancing in the park, and we wanted to take an opportunity to have a chat and think about how we engage with worship as a church in a time when we can't meet physically. We know that it's difficult and often quite awkward singing at a screen, trying to engage, but we know that there are so many different ways that we engage with worship as Christians, as believers, and so we were just going to have a little bit of a chat. Fiona, what are some of the ways that maybe you have used the stuff from the service or not from the service as worship?
I think I agree with you that it's really difficult when you're at home with family members to let yourself go and sing along to a playlist or along with Piero and myself or whoever's leading the worship. You know, that time of absolute abandonment where you can sing at the top of your voice and feel that you're part of something is a tricky one to emulate at home, and it's not something that I've managed to achieve because my adult children will tell me to be quiet. So I find that using our worship on a Sunday morning, I'm using it more reflectively. I'm singing along to some of the songs, but I'm focusing more on the words really. I'm just using that time to give myself to God and to think about Him and just have that time of stillness. I mean, for me, we've both talked about the best time for us to worship is when we're in the car on our own, because you can sing at the top of your voice and not worry about it unless you pull up at traffic lights. But with the COVID thing, we're not travelling as much either. So it's finding other ways to worship, and that's what we've been talking about really.
And I love the bit in Romans that I've spoken about before, and especially in the Message version where it says take your everyday and give that as an offering. And so we've been chatting and trying to get other people involved from the wider church family about ways other than just singing that you can connect and engage and go deeper with your relationship with God, inviting Him to change your heart, change your life, to change you to look more like Jesus, His Son. And so we're going to put those all together and make them available online, and they range from everything from Spotify playlists to guided meditations on God's Word. Fiona, you've written a bit about fasting, how we can kind of commit our lives and our future to God. There's some creative thanks and praise activities in there that you can do either on your own as an adult or with your family, but we would really love for you to continue to engage with worship at Maybridge, and that might not be just through using the worship that we produce or do, but yeah. Anything else to add to that?
I think it's that whole thing of wanting to be connected, and when we lead worship, it's easy to sense where people are at, where we're going in our worship together, but trying to record us singing is difficult because we enter into our own personal worship, but we don't know if you're coming along with us. So it's really hard trying to keep that connection, and hopefully through the resources that we've put together and through the daily devotions as well, you still feel part of Maybridge as a whole, and we still feel part of the church. Yeah,
definitely.
It's tricky.
So we are definitely praying for you, definitely wanting to encourage you, and know that as you explore different ways to worship, know that the whole church is longing to do that for you, and do get in touch with us or comment on this video below with the different ways that you have found that you have been worshipping God. It's amazing that we serve this amazing, huge creator God who loves to communicate with us and who longs for us to communicate with Him too. So do let us know, and we hope and pray, as we say, that your faith will be deeply impacted by going deeper with him at this time. We hope to see you soon.
We do.
Bye.